What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the UBL. This is going to be the week 1 team builder. We're going up against Root. Phenomenal dude. Love the dude to death. Go check him out. Links down in the description below. All that nonsense. Really good guy. Go check him out. But this week we are playing in the low tier for UBL. Draft analysis should have been recorded, hopefully. I pray to God I actually did it. But yeah, so this week was very, very difficult for building because I feel as though this is probably one of the worst teams that we have a matchup against because they have two really good checks to Articuno, but Articuno is really, really good versus pretty much everything else. They also have really, really good checks to Flapple, which is few and far between in low tier, which is why I didn't want to play this. Like, him having a Flapple check is what makes it really difficult. In fact, they have multiple Flapple checks, okay? So they have Garb, which is really, really annoying. They have Persian with Fur Coat, which can be really annoying with like Fake Out to do a lot of damage. They have Flame Body Magmar, which is really, really annoying. And then they have Pinsir, which can also be really, really annoying. And Rotom is also really annoying for Flapple. So one of my best breakers, they have a really good check for. My Raboot, they have a really, really good check for in Gabite. They also have Flame Body Magmar for that because I can get burnt if I click U-turn because I'm a bug type whenever I go for a U-turn. They have really, really good checks to my Lycanroc. My Lycanroc cannot do anything to Gabite. So I think I have a really, really, really bad matchup here. It's very, very difficult for me to figure out exactly how I want to go about this, but I think I came up with a team that can work depending on what they do. I know a few things about Root. I know that he loves Choice Banded Pinsir. He even mentioned to me that he thinks it's one of the most reliable rockers in low tier, which, you know, it is what it is. So Choice Banded Pinsir's coming, whatever. I've already accepted it. I don't have a switch into it. It is what it is. I'm gonna have to sack something off to it every single time. And the other few things that I'm really convinced are gonna come, SD or Agility Kingler because it can sweep. Gear Grind Kling because it's very, very good. Quiver Dance Lilligant is very, very good. And then Rotom is also extremely good versus my entire team. It can Will-O-Wisp everything and then it can just hex my entire team to death, or it can Volt Switch out on the Wigglytuff, which is about the only check, drop in the Kling and do a lot of damage to me. So it's very, very difficult for me to actually have solid ways of checking everything this game. It's unbelievably difficult. It's actually so difficult that some stuff I just even said, okay, I'm not going to try to check it. I can't. I physically cannot like fit everything. So, but let's go and take a look at the team. So first up, we have Galarian Articuno. I mainly have this because it's going to show me his check to it, whether it's, I'm assuming it's going to be the Persian because it's his only real good switch into it. Or whether it's going to be the Kling to try to set up on me and win. If it's his Kling, I have ways around it. If it's the Persian, I just keep pivoting, and then I can drop in some stuff like the Mons later on down the line. But Freezing Glare Air Slash is really, really good on pretty much everything aside from Kling, and then U-turn and Recover is pretty decent. So that is going to be just the Galarian Articuno Super Standard. I speed tie with his Xatu. Super Standard. Next up is my check, quote unquote, to Choice Banded Pinsir, to Shift Gear thing, to Gabite, to Magmar, to as much as I possibly can, as well as also trying to wear down their #1 pick in Xatu. So I'm Mold Breaker Throw to be able to Toxic the Xatu on the switch in. Knockoff Storm Throw Earthquake. It has pretty good coverage versus pretty much everything. I can Earthquake the Rotom, so I don't even have to click Knockoff and risk a Cobra Berry. The only thing is if they burn me, but if they burn me, I don't really have a say in that anyway. But overall, just a really good physical wall. Does really good damage to everything too, with Storm Throw always critting. The other really big issue with this Pokemon in particular, if they're not even a Violite on Gabite and they're like Rough Skin Rocky Helmet, I'm going to get worn down so quickly and it's going to be really... But next up, we have my check to Pinsir, or I'm sorry, not to Pinsir, to Kingler. Kingler is a really, really big threat. Energy Ball, Scald, Ice Beam, and Haze. It's pretty much the only check I have. If they're SD, Adamant Life Orb, Body Slam does 83 to 101, so if they have up Stealth Rocks, I can die anyway, which is why I'm really expecting SD. It can break my entire team. And if they're like SD with Bulk, and they can live a Freezing Glare, then it's even more scary. Or if they're SD and then they switch out from my Morpeko, even more scary. So I'm really expecting that sort of setup, but I have to have some sort of check to it. Energy Ball nukes it. Scald is really good versus the rest of the team, and what Scald isn't good against Ice Beam is, for example, the Lilligant. Next up, Spadef check. I have to be fully Spadef in order to try to check Offensive Rotom, because Offensive Rotom poops on me with just Shadow Ball plus Thunderbolt. I don't have a good way of switching into it. I have my Morpeko, but that thing can Will-O-Wisp me, and then I can't do any damage to it, so it's super, super annoying. had to bring max def. I wanted to be mixed defensive to try to help take on Pinsir a little bit. Couldn't do it. I physically could not do it, but it is what it is. Next up, we have more Pico. I'm running enough speed for Zatu. Aura Wheel, Foul Play, Rapid Spin, and Parting Shot. This thing is key to me making sure I don't lose this game to Kling Klang. If Kling Klang comes in and it shift gears up in my face, I can foul play it. I can live 1+1 gear grind, and then it can't kill something like Throw afterwards. Or if it tries to gear grind or shift gear up again, thinking that I can't really touch it with Aura Wheel or something along those lines, foul play will do about 85%. So as long as I don't let it set up for free on the first one, I'm good to go. And as long as I don't let it get up to +3, we're good to go. But if it gets up to +3, that's out the window too. And it can, because like this thing can be setup fodder for it. Like Thunderbolt is only doing like 35% to it, so it can set up for free, but only to +2, which is really good. And then last but not least, we have my Glaceon. My Glaceon is what I'm going to try to break with this game. It's about the only thing I thought I could break with, because ice coverage is just really good versus them. Their only resist to it is Kling Klang, because Magmar actually doesn't take on ice moves that well, especially after rocks, so which I'm not bringing, but he doesn't know that, because I do have really good hazards. But this is what I'm going to try to break with. The only thing that they can switch into is really bulky Kling Klang. That is the only switching that they have to ice type attacks. Everything else just drops on its head. So I'm hoping that I can get this thing in versus some stuff that are a little bit slower than it, like Gabite, like Garbodor, something like that. Fire off a massive Ice Beam, fire off a massive Freeze Dry, and then kill something. That is the hope. But yeah, with that, let's just go ahead and hop right over to the battle. What's going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar, and welcome back to the UBL. It's weird saying welcome back, but because I haven't recorded anything for this yet this season, but I haven't even recorded the draft analysis. But we're playing week 1. We're going up against Root, and I'm super nervous for this because I have lost to Root many times in the past. He typically brings things I'm not expecting, and it's very confusing for me in my life to be going through what I'm going through whenever I'm playing him. It's kind of just like an experience. So I'm really nervous to see what he brought. I'm expecting Kling Klang. I'm expecting Persian. I'm expecting Zatu. I'm expecting Rotom. And honestly, I don't really remember what all else he has, but I know that he has Lilligant and Kingler. Those are the other two that I'm kind of expecting. And he has like 4 other things that I can't really remember. But either way, we're going up against Root. I love the guy to death. Make sure you guys go check him out. His links will be down in the description below. You guys know I say this at the beginning of every single league that I'm in. If I tell you guys to go check them out, it means I like them. It means that I actually do enjoy their content. If I don't say anything about their links being in the description below, then I typically don't really have an opinion of them, or I don't like them. So but either way, Root's links are down in the description below. Go check him out. Love the guy to death. He'll be at my wedding in a week. Don't know what time that is and you guys seeing this, but I'm super excited. I'm super excited for everything. But yeah, so, and also I'm not feeling lazy anymore, so face cam's back. I finally got my new desk all set up, which is funny because, like, look, it's an electric desk that I'm in the process of getting perfect to be able to actually stand and play if I need to. But I'm really nervous to play Root. I really am. And I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Unite recently. Let me know, comment of the day, what do you guys think of Pokemon Unite? What do you guys think of Pokemon Unite? Because I love it. I would genuinely drop down like 2 of the leagues I'm in and just do Pokemon Unite because I love it so much. I stream it pretty frequently over on Twitch now because it is a game that I actually enjoy. So if you guys want to go follow me over there, greatly appreciated. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm nerve. Yeah. Luckily, I think we have a pretty decent matchup. And he brought Pinsir over Rotom, and he brought Gabite over... What did he bring Gabite over? What did he bring Gabite over? Either way, so here's the weird thing. I kind of want to lead off with my Throw, but I also really want to lead off with my Sylveon. Or not my Sylveon, my Glaceon. because he doesn't have a switch into it. And if he leads off literally anything aside from the bug, I can just kill something. And even the bug, Pinsir, even the bug doesn't kill me unless he's like boosting item. Yeah, he has to be a boosting item to be able to kill me. So part of me kind of just wants to stay in and click Ice Beam turn 1. But I don't think Pinsir is going to be his rocker. I think Bite's going to be his rocker because it is a very, very, very reliable rocker versus me. But he doesn't have a switch into Glaceon whatsoever. He leads off with Xatu. I claim one. Versus Kling Klang. I two-shot Kling Klang with Shadow Ball. And depending on its HP investment, I two-shot it with Ice Beam. Yep. Let's see. Aaron, what is this? Pinsir. Okay. Do I risk it? I don't think I do. Because if he is banded, I'm going to be sad. I'm just going to go into my check being throw. I don't really want to risk it. Like, it's fine. It's fine. I have spin. I can spin reliably because they didn't bring their Rotom. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to fire off a Toxic. Yep, CC. I wasn't going to risk it. Let's see. 227, that is banded too. That is banded. Put me to 134. I'm just going to make sure it's Jolly Band. Did 41% with a close combat. Yep, that is. It could be Adamant Band. I'm going to fire off a Toxic. Yep, I'm going to fire off a Toxic because I don't really care like what they go into. If they go into Xatu, which is kind of what I'm expecting, I can Toxic it. If they go into this, which is really nice. Life Orbed Giga Drain, it does 44% maximum to me. Life Orbed, what is it? Pedal Dance, the 70% max. And I'm at 162. I'm at 71. I'm just out of range. I'm going to click Storm Throw because I don't want this thing to set up on me. Or do I click Knock Off? Or do I not even really care and just go into Puff Daddy? No, I can't let this thing set up in my face. I'm just going to click Storm Throw, get it out. Or do a crit damage to it. Leech Seed, that's fine. Storm Throw is doing about 53% to it. Depending on its investment, of course. Ooh, that is Fizz Death. That is, in fact, Fizz Death. Which is fine. Because now I'm going to go into... what... Oh, they didn't bring the Persian! Bro, what? Are you on crack? I'm gonna go into my Articuno. Let's see, is he staying in or is he attacking? Nope. So he's attacking. I can take anything that this thing wants to throw my way. Giga Drain, this is going to bounce off of me. And then I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to click U-turn here. Because they really shouldn't stay in. They really shouldn't. But at the same time, I could just go for a Freezing Glare, potentially get a little bit of chip damage off on the Xatu, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Because they don't really have a good switch into it at all. Like, the only thing that maybe could switch into it is Kling Klang. But nope, they're just going to let this thing take a lot of damage. Perfect. And if Clang Clang comes in, I'm going to click U-turn, I think. They did bring Kingler, so I need to preserve my thing. It would have been nice if they could have lived there, but you know, it is what it is. Because now Cling Clang can come in and it's a little scary, but it's not the end of the world. Because I do still have my Morpeko and they need to get up 2 shift gears in order to be a problem. And even at 2 shift gears, I live in adamant gear grind. And then Foul Play will be doing 85 to 101. My Articuno's U-turn is doing 5 to 7. Yeah. This is kind of what I was expecting to happen. I really want to click Freezing Glare into U-turn, but at the same time, I don't think it's worth it. So I'm just going to click U-turn. And I'm going to go hard into my Morpeko. That did about 7%, so they have a good amount of HP investment, it looks like. I'm going to go into my Morpeko. Volt Switch. Ooh, so they're not Gear Grind. Fine by me. Fine by me. If Gabite comes in, I'm going to go hard into my Glaceon. And then I'm going to fire off an Ice move. So that thing being the set that it is. Ghost. Okay. I'm gonna click Parting Shot. I don't understand this switch because I know that I'm a dark type, but oh, they're scarfed. Okay, I still live this. I don't live that. Really? That was a throw. That was a throw. But I can't just go into my Octillery because Kingler, right? Kind of want to see. Oh yeah, I never lived that. Yeah, I never lived that. I should have calced that. That was stupid. I expected to live it. I'm gonna go for a Scald, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a Scald first. Because like knowing that this thing is scarfed, I'm not really worried about it. This thing checks it almost to oblivion. Left Shark. Okay, so I get a really nice Scald off here. Octillery versus Gabite. Does a lot of damage and I get the burn, so now I feel I'm pretty much free to stay in and click Ice Beam. Just gonna go for it. Losing my Morpeko like that really sucks because now I lost Rapid Spin and my Glaceon's going to be taking 25% every time it comes in. But on the bright side, Glaceon's not going to be coming in much. It's not going to be as great as I expected it to be because they brought a Choice Scarfer, they brought a Choice Bandmon that outspeeds it, and then Xatu is 3 of their 4 Mons left. The other Mon resists Ice, so Glaceon is probably the most expendable member here. Throw is really, really good. And Wigglytuff is also pretty good. This thing also is really good. Losing my Morpeko sucks. Yeah. Because... oh, that was a roll to kill me, actually. It's good to know. I need to keep this, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sack off my Rolex. No, I really want to keep that for Zapdos. I'm going to go into Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy doesn't do much. Wigglytuff versus... oh, hey, I forgot to take off the custom sprite. Nice. Pinsir. Oh, nice. Not nice. I thought I could take that a little bit better. Does 108 max. I can live it. I'm just gonna go for a wish. Woke. Okay. I kind of want to click Thunderbolt in case they U-turn. Because versus Zatu, like worst case scenario, they click Calm Mind. Best case scenario, they click U-turn. They go for Wish themselves. Okay. How defensive are you? Not defensive enough. Yeah, Wish back. Are they lefties? They are. Okay. They have to protect here, so I'm going to go for another Thunderbolt. Just to force them to not be able to protect. They might go for U-turn, but I don't really care what else comes in. If Pinsir comes in, I'm not overly worried about it. Grinds my gears, okay. Can I get a para on this? Am I able to get a para? Like, is that possible? Can I please? Can I please? No. Okay. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to go to my throw. They could click Volt Switch here and be really annoying, which is what I'm expecting them to do, which is why I didn't want to switch out. But if they go for Gear Grind here, I'm in a world of trouble. I'm in a world of trouble. But if they go for it, I don't know. It's just annoying. And they're going to go for Volt Switch, yeah. If they went for Gear Grind there and killed my Wigglytuff, I was in a world of trouble. But if they go into Pinsir, I should live any hit. And I'm going to knock off its Choice Band, so that way I can't two-shot my Wigglytuff. No, they go into this. Okay. I really want to click Knockoff. So I'm going to click Knockoff. Could be a massive throw. Get it? Because I'm throwing with throw. But at the same time, it's like, I need to get rid of this thing's leftovers. And I don't think it's defensive, judging by how well it took that Thunderbolt. They go for Psychic. Can I live this, please? If you're uninvested, I can live it. Now you're uninvested. Oh, throw, you god. Can I get this knockoff? Nice. No more wishes. That's perfect. That is perfect. Good job, throw. Good job. Okay, so I'm at 20 HP. Can I live another Rock Switch in? Yes. How do I want to do this? Because that Kling Klang is going to be annoying without this. Actually, no, it's not. No, I have my Octillery, which can... Octillery really pressures the rest of their team. It really, really pressures the rest of their team. I think they have to go into Kling Klang here, which I think is AV. Trying to think. If they go into Kling Klang, I think I'm going to go into my... Ooh. I don't really want to go into Articuno because I can't really do a whole lot to it. Aaron. Pinsir. Okay. How do I want to do this? Rolex, I love you, but you do nothing. They go for knock. Just gonna go for an Ice Beam in case they for some reason switch out. They shouldn't. I'm gonna go into my Articuno and I'm going to click Freezing Glare, I think. Because heavy duty boots, Articuno here looks really good, and my Octillery late game also looks really, really good. because I can energy ball the Kingler and I can do a lot of damage to it. Does freezing glare kill? No shot it kills, right? Yeah, it doesn't. I have to go for air slash. Okay, so we made the right play. Switched out. Grinds my gears. Okay, that's a good damage. And he's not AV, he's lefties. I'm gonna go for freezing glare because nothing they can do can kill me. And then I'm gonna be able to recover up, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go for freezing glare, get some damage off. And then, like, the only thing that stops, like, this as an offensive play is them volt switching into Kingler, but I have my, thing. They go for sub. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go for a freezing glare. So this is never gonna break their sub. They EV'd for that, probably. They would have to be max Spadef, though. No, not max. They would need a lot of Spadef, though. Meaning they don't have as much attack. Meaning Gear Grind is never doing over 50%. I can out recover him, and I can actually stall him out of Gear Grinds and Wild Charges. Yep. Wild Charge. That's cool. Yep. Looks like that did a little bit more than I was expecting, which is a little unpleasant. However, I'm going to recover. Right? No, I'm going to freezing glare. Because then I go into my... trying to think. Yeah. I freezing glare, break the sub as they click wild charge. I drop in my artillery. And I always break the sub with Scald. Their wild charge is never doing over 50%. Go for Volt Switch. I get momentum off of this, which I'm cool with. I'm okay with this because if they go into Pinsir, I'm going to go into my Wigglytuff and I'm going to click Thunderbolt. If they go into, yeah, I'm going into my Wigglytuff here. Because versus Pinsir, Choice Band, like Stone Edge and Earthquake are the only things that really actually scare me, or like close combat too. But I'm gonna protect to see what they lock themselves into. Get a little bit healthier. X Scissor, perfect. Perfect. I think this is 48% maximum. So now I'm going to throw a Wish up in the air. Yep. Nice. And now I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt, I think. That way I can hit the incoming Clang Clang. Is that the right play? I think it is. I think that is the right play because I think he's going to notice that X Scissor just isn't doing the trick. He needed to lock himself into close combat in order to do the damage. And then if they go into Cling Clang and I on the Thunderbolts, I think they're this. Yep, they're going to take 17 to 20. They're not going to be able to sub up. Yep. What I thought. Oof. How do I want to play this? I think this is the play I have to make. If they go for sub, that's worst case scenario. If they go for volt switch, that's best case scenario. Or if they go for gear grind, that is also best case scenario. Just don't go for sub, please. Wild charge, perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Because now I'm going to go into my artillery. They go for wild charge, it does 39%. I still live a hit from Kingler at that point. I think I'm going to lose this 1-0 though. I think the way it's working out, I'm going to lose it 1-0 because they're going to go for wild charge. They're going to damage themselves. That did so much more than I was expecting because it was a crit. Now I definitely lose. Now I definitely lose. Yeah, because now I don't even live a hit from Kingler. Me sacking off my Morpeko, like without expecting Scarf, that was stupid. That was very, very stupid of me. If they go into Pinsir, they can sweep with close combat. Right? Yeah. Yep, they lock themselves into close combat. They win with Pinsir. Super annoying. I think my biggest misplay was, yeah, they're just going to sweep with close combat. I guess I can scald and hope that they don't click close combat for whatever reason, but yeah. Unfortunate, man. So I think if I had saved my Morpeko and I had gone into my artillery, but I was like, why would they bring this thing in when I could just volt switch out? And I had a brain fart. If I had gone into my my artillery then, I probably could have been okay because I would have still had my Morpeko to outspeed and do a lot of damage to pretty much everything. I'm gonna click protect just to see, but at -2 Spadev, I don't think we'll even kill them unless we crit. But then Kingler comes in and cleans us up. So GG's to Root. I made a big misplay with that Morpeko. He capitalized on it. Sub Kling Klang was super smart. Yeah, it is what it is. There's not much I could have done about it, but super unfortunate. Yep. GG's to Root, man. There's not much I can say about that, but he capitalized on me losing out of my Morpeko. Yeah, I can't beat Root. No matter what, I just can't ever. I can't ever predict the guy. Choice Scarf Kingler. I was so scared of Agility Kingler that I was like, if I switch out into my artillery as they go for Swords Dance with their Kingler. So if they went for Swords Dance, a +2 body slam can kill my artillery, even though I'm at like max fizz def. That's what I was worried about. But yeah, I should have kept my Morpeko. That was dumb of me. I would have also had a way of helping out against the Kling Klang. Yeah. Just didn't play perfectly. But, you know, it is what it is. First game of the season, first week. figuring everything out. It is what it is. A 2-0 loss isn't that bad. Hopefully we'll bounce back next week. I don't even know who we're playing, but with that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.